When I bought this tiny little chalet, it didn't have a basement or a crawl space. We literally had to pick it up with a crane, like they do with really overweight people, so they can take them to the zoo for an MRI. Finally, we set it over there while some guys poured a proper foundation and set it back in place. We even added some new bits. Unfortunately, the cellar crawl space that I ended up with flooded once and was annoyingly prone to being damp and way too humid. I talked to contractors and people in hardware stores, but since I couldn't find a single good solution, I tried a bunch of stuff. Here is everything I did to transform my cellar from musty to magnificent, well, a little bit better. So the first thing I did was I put in this really big green tarp. So I took everything out, and that way I had some pieces of wood that were getting a little moldy, got rid of those. I had some pieces of cardboard that were stuck up against the wet walls that were super moldy, got rid of all that. Just got all the stuff that was going to get nasty. Started to understand how it works. Anything against the walls or where the humidity really condenses or collects, that's where it gets nasty. So we got anything cardboard or wood off of that. There's some plastic, some tile, some stuff I'm saving up there. And then I put this huge tarp under everything, so I'm not dealing with the wet dirt. And we're gonna see if that's going to be like a little slug haven, or if it's actually going to help keep some of the humidity that's in the earth from coming into the air. No idea. That was step one. Step two is this little dehumidifier. This one's made for basement and underground stuff. Got us down to 70. Let's see how that keeps going. Step 3, I applied this waterproofing cement to keep the dampness from coming through the walls. That's what it looks like with the first coat of this waterproofing cement finished. Go ahead on the second coat. You can see there's some areas. It's a little bit thin. I want to fill that in. There we go. Once this wall is done, the other side, get the bottom of this wall too. So I've got this kind of, it's not styrofoam, but it's similar panel insulation, about 4 centimeters thick. Over here goes by the brand name of TMS. Cut it down and started putting it in over here. Tongue and groove system, and I'm using an adhesive mortar. And this wall's going to be insulated. And this is the mortar. If you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps my channel. Stick around and I'll give you a full rundown on how much these renovations cost me. So here are the results of my damp basement. I put insulation here because I was getting warm, wet air coming up under the door, and this condensation was just dripping wet. Insulation should make that a warmer wall. Hopefully it'll fix that problem. Monster tarp, because I hated looking at the wall of dirt. Humidifier. That one's actually mechanically taking water out of the air, so that's probably the only thing that's really doing anything at all. It's fantastic. I got lucky with this one. I want to show you. I was able to hose it right into my plumbing, so I don't ever have to empty it. And that's pretty cool. I set it for 60% humidity, and it just shoots for that and does what it's got to do. The one thing that I didn't do, and a lot of people will probably want to comment, is that I didn't do any ventilation. That's because I don't know how to drill holes in really thick concrete walls, and I didn't want to pay someone to do it because this is a do-it-yourself project. Lastly, I thought I would tell you how much this project cost. It was 500 euros. The dehumidifier is a model called Trotec. It's German, and it is pretty expensive. It was about $250. The insulation panels were also pretty expensive, about $200. Although I only use 4 of them for now, so I've got 6 for later. I also had to pay about $50 for the waterproofing cement and about $30 for the tarp. So just north of 500 euros. If you have had troubles with a damp basement and any of this has been helpful, I would love to hear about your trials and tribulations in the comment section. Please, if you're still here, give me a like with a thumbs up, because it'll really help my channel. And if you want, you can subscribe and get all my videos. I don't know why anyone would do that, but more than 1,000 people have, so I think that's just amazing. This video is over now. You should go now, so that I can polish my marbles.